The path to victory is not a short one. To get there means you have to travel to unknown places and look deep inside yourself. For the men who fish the Bass Federation, every cast is a chance to move closer to the ultimate goal, fishing against the best of the best on the Walmart FLW Tour.
Oh, there's one. Right here, right here. Oh, yeah, it's a big one. Yeah!
Take it easy, because that's a good one. Good God have mercy.
Final day, National Championship.
Here at the TBF National Championship, one angler will win it all and live the dream.
Come on, baby. Stay on it.
Oh, time to rock and roll, folks. Showtime! Here we go! Thank you. That's what you call going after one, boy. His eyes are bigger than mine.
That's a game changer right there, buddy. Would you look at that?
Wow!
Never been done in FLW history.
5 bass limits! You're the new leader. You're Forest Wood Cup champion.
FLW.
The excitement and passion of the TBF National Championship comes to Grove, Oklahoma, and fabulous Grand Lake is the playing field. Over 90 anglers are here looking to secure one of 14 slots into the 2013 BFL All-American and hopefully be the last man standing after 3 days of competition and be crowned the national champion. Because the angler who wins here will also gain entry into the biggest tournament of the year, the Forest Wood Cup, down in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's a cool morning, and the anglers have assembled at Wolf Creek Park for takeoff. After one day of fishing, the leaders are starting to put together the puzzle of catching these largemouth bass.
Basically, I got 3 areas, 3 different creeks that I'm working that I found in practice with pre-spawn fish that are moving in, and I think they're still filtering in. They were out a little bit farther yesterday from that cold front that came through, but I think I can get them today too.
You know, I haven't found anything that has a concentration of fish. Kind of roll the dice and keep going and hope to get the right bites. I don't see it being a deal where you can just bear down in an area or do one thing. And so, you know, I think the guy that adjusts to the fish and are realizing that you probably have to continue adjusting is going to be the last guy standing on Saturday afternoon.
Well, this morning we're going to play it a little safer than I did yesterday. I was doing a lot of junk fishing, moving around, strictly fishing for big fish. And I'm going to start out this morning, try to catch a limit. You know, feel like I can catch a good limit, 14, 15 pounds pretty quick, and then go try to cull up.
Welcome to day 2 of the Federation National Championship. Jason Harper, joined by the president of the TBF, Robert Cartledge. Robert, always a pleasure, man. Day 1 on Grand Lake, it didn't disappoint. I don't think we were really surprised. 1,100 pounds of bass were caught. Over 60% of the field caught a 5 bass limit. That's impressive.
It is very impressive. This lake has for decades. You know, built in 1939, you would think by this time the lake would be aging out a little bit, losing its habitat, losing its cover, but it hasn't. Grand Lake consistently, especially in the spring and the fall, it's going to take 20 pounds a day to win a tournament.
Go, baby. Number 1.
So let's talk about, you know, anytime you place this championship anywhere in the country, sometimes that location can be an added, I guess, an advantage for some of the anglers that live in that area. But Grand Lake, it seems to be so diverse. You've got anglers from all corners of the country, even Canada. It doesn't seem like there's a clear advantage for any angler from any location.
There really is not. You know, that's kind of a misconception, but the fact is, our last few Living the Dream anglers, national championships have been from the Northern Division, the Mid-Atlantic Division, nobody from the Central or the Southern, and that's where the events have been held. This event's in the Central Division in Oklahoma right now. You know, we have West Coast guys, Northern guys, they've leading after day 1. Who's going to lead after day 2? We'll find out this afternoon.
So is there even a clear presentation that you see that's been dominating, or is everyone's doing their own thing?
Everybody's kind of doing what they do. We got guys catching fish up in the river out of the dirty water. We got guys down in the lake fishing the shaky heads, the clear stuff, the pre-spawn fish. They're all doing their own thing and making it work.
And today's the day to make that happen. It is the all-important cut day. Only 7 voters and 7 co-anglers advance to the final day. And these 7 anglers, they have to beat out the rest of the anglers in their specific division. You got a lot of prize money, $100,000, living the dream prize package. We say this every year, Robert, but it continues to change these anglers' lives.
It does. You know, everybody who tournament fishes dreams about fishing against the best in the world on the FLW Tour. And the Living the Dream package does that for an angler. They may not want to fish forever as a professional, but it gives them a shot at it one time.
Well, it's time to get that shot. I mean, I'm excited to see who's going to be crowned 2013 TBF National Champion. Let's get out in the water and see what happens.
I said I was going to gamble at this morning. That's what I'm doing. This is the right kind of stuff right here, though. The fish I caught yesterday were in the backs of pockets like this. And I'm basically just running some new water today. I feel like the fish that I caught yesterday had either just moved in or could have very possibly been, you know, resident fish that just lived there. And if you take those resident fish out of a little pocket like this, it's hard to go back the next day and duplicate. If I go back and do what I did yesterday, I could possibly zero. You have to gamble. It's all a gamble, you know, and second guessing yourself is just part of the game. You guess it right, you can win, though. Holy moly, watch out, he's got a big one. Good gosh. That's the kind we've been catching in the backs of these pockets right there. Like I said, you don't get many bites, but when you do, it's a big one. That's why I said I was going to fish the backs of pockets all day long, right there.
I think that the key to this whole side down here is that the wind blown up into this bank, you know, blowing all the bait fish into the banks, into these little cuts and stuff, and that's where they're staging out on these points. Yesterday it was blowing a lot harder, and you know, just turning them on, feeding. I mean, they're fixing to spawn. You know, this is just staging areas, these points and everything that come up. I mean, there's points with deeper water out off the face of them and everything. Then they come up to about a 10 to 5 foot stretch there. And if the cuts have got good spawning flats in the back, some gravel areas and everything, then that's where they're fixing to move.
There's one.
Easy, 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 easy. That's what it was like yesterday, man. When they hit, everything's just fast and furious. We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
For me, the lake is really versatile. I've done a lot of throwing jerk bait and doing different stuff like that. And I can catch fish, but they're just not the right ones, not for me anyway. And so, you know, I'm throwing the chatterbait and covering a lot of water. And honestly, it's tough to catch a fish in the same area twice. Well, this morning I've covered a lot of water. Some I fished yesterday and some I've never seen before, including right here where we're at. And I don't know, it doesn't seem to, I got one spot that has produced every time I've been there, but other than that, it seems like it's a one-shot deal. Not really a lot of numbers anywhere I've been, and so it's just cover a lot of water and occasionally get a bite. And so, net. Come this way, this way, this way. Catch him right at the back of the boat. Thanks, buddy. Now that was different. That one hit it right at the boat. I don't know if that one will help me or not. We'll see.
Our competitors have come to Grand Lake at the absolute right time. They may be fishing different areas and using different lures, but the one thing they all have in common is that they're fishing reaction strikes. And while the options include chatterbaits, jerkbaits, and umbrella rigs, sometimes a simple spinnerbait can do just fine.
I'm throwing, believe it or not, a regular old Hank Parker spinnerbait straight out of the pack. And I did adjust the blades a little bit on it, but nothing fancy really. Throwing 20-pound Seaguar line, teamed out with rod and reel. I mean, nothing fancy. He made a mistake. Get the net. Get the net. I got the one I missed. Golly, this feels like a big fish. No, he's not as big as I thought, but I'll take him. That's the one I missed on that point right there. Turn around and got him. And he's on the big hook, not the trailer hook. How about that? Number 2, it's a start. We'll take what we can get right now.
Robinson is scrapping and clawing, determined to make the final day and give himself a shot at fishing the Walmart FLW Tour next year. He's among the 25,000 members of TBF, here to compete in one of the oldest and most prestigious bass fishing championships in the country, the 2013 Bass Federation National Championship here on Grand Lake in Grove, Oklahoma. Don't go anywhere.
The Bass Federation National Championship is brought to you by Castrol. It's more than just oil, it's liquid engineering. Straight Talk. Same phones, same networks, half the cost. Walmart. Save money, live better. Ranger Boats. Still building legends one at a time. Kellogg's. From great starts come great things. And by Evinrude. Power, performance, and 300 hours with no dealer scheduled maintenance.
That's it. I'm putting a trailer hook on right now.
There's one. Oh, gosh. Freaking whacked it. How can you hit that thing and not get hooked, man? Throwing the A rig, the Alabama rig, it's an amazing bait, that's for sure. It also tangles easy.
But yeah, I'm having a tough time here catching fish. You want to try it? Let somebody home try it. This is real easy. You just throw it out there and reel it in.
It's day 2 of competition here at the 2013 TBF National Championship on Grand Lake, and the fishing pressure's getting into everyone's head as you have to win your division to move on. Looking at the Northwest Division, Jason Hickey is leading, but like so many anglers, he's a professional worrier, knowing that until things go right, everything is going wrong.
I've lost before, and I've lost well. I feel like I excel at losing. But once in a while, I get lucky and the sun shines on me and the good Lord looks down on me and lets me catch the right ones. And so I ain't gonna stress out about it too much. There he is. It's a good one, it's a good one, it's a good one. And that's one of those clues I've been looking for. And he's not as good as I thought he was. Son of a gun.
These are the 2 we caught this morning. My best ones are probably, I don't know, 3 pounds a piece or so. Haven't caught really nothing to help since about 9 o'clock. Been running all over the lake, hitting a lot of spots. I said all week I wanted the sun to shine, but I kind of wish it was cloudy again. I'm glad the wind's blowing a little bit, but this definitely a lot tougher day for me. There's one. He's not gonna help.
Got buzzards over my head. Yeah, they think we're dead back here in this pocket. We're not catching anything. We ain't dead yet.
I figure things out pretty good usually with the fish are doing. I think I do as far as reading them and everything. So I'll tell you, one thing I figured out, they ain't in here today.
No matter how hard it can get during the day, eventually someone's going to hit the right spot at the right time with the right bait and catch fish.
Net. I haven't even turned it. I can't tell what I've got. Oh, it's very big. Right here, right here. Oh yeah, it's a big one. Yeah! Oh, and the hook came out. Thanks, bud. That's the one I needed right there. That is the one I needed. Look at that, baby. Even Idaho guys can catch them once in a while. That helps my situation a lot.
Day 2 of competition comes to an end, and the anglers and co-anglers make their way back to Wolf Creek Park to find out if they have enough cumulative weight to make the cut. Only the division winners will move on to the final day, and in the Southwest Division, Roger Mezzinin manages only a small limit. That'll put him short of his goal. While Robbie Robinson made some late day adjustments to sack up an 18-pound limit and win the Southern Division.
18 pounds, 11 ounces, your tournament leader right there.
One of the adjustments I made today, one of the mistakes I made today, I guess you'd say, I put new line on my reel last night, and I put too much line on my reel, and it sped my speed, my gear ratio up. After my cameraman left the boat this morning, I cut about 30 feet of line off my reel, and I caught everything that bit the rest of the day because I slowed down.
Today he brings me 5 fish that weighs in at 18 pounds, 5 ounces. Next angler up from the Southwest Division, 24 pounds, 10 ounces. Your Southwest Division leader, 24-10.
Fishing has always been a huge part of my life. Ever since I was a kid, fishing was always just like an outlet for me. Something that I could do in my spare time. Kept me out of trouble, kept me occupied, and kept me doing something positive. You know, my dad got me fishing at a very early age on the San Francisco Bay for ocean perch when I can't even remember how small, and that's where it all started.
Mark Daniels leads Robbie Robinson by less than a pound, and as many big fish that are out here, really just about anyone in our final 7 could win this event on the final day.
Final day of the TBF Championship at Grand Lake. I'm about 8 ounces behind first place right now, and guys behind me are just a few pounds behind, so this field is still wide open.
You know, for me to capitalize today, I got to fish clean and make good decisions and keep my head clear, and you know, my goal is 25 pounds.
I'm fishing probably shallower than most people. I'm not throwing an Alabama rig like many people are. A crankbait and a soft plastic bait have mainly been what I've been throwing, and I'm hoping that I can make a little magic and come out on top.
FLW has provided us the chance to fish for a living. That's the only thing I've ever wanted to do in my entire life. So hopefully we can make it happen.
They are fired up and ready to go here on the final day of the 2013 TBF National Championship. Each division is represented, and it's possible the Southwest Division could produce its first national champion since 1995, thanks to the efforts of our current leader.
Here we are, final day, TBF National Championship. Mark Daniels Jr. out of California in the lead, barely though. I mean, a pound, just a little bit less than a pound. What's it feel like on the final day to be going out first place?
Man, I'm stoked. You know, I always say it's better to be in the lead than to be behind.
Yeah.
Because that's one more fish that they got to catch, or whatever the difference is to make up. But I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to fishing Grand Lake. This place is amazing here in Grove, Oklahoma. It reminds me a lot of Clear Lake back home. A lot of big fish, ton of bait in the lake, ton of big bait. They got gizzard shad here, and a lot of these big females are feeding on the gizzard shad, and they're ready to chomp. And so I'm firing that reaction bait, that A-rig, and those jerk baits mimicking those gizzard shad, and I'm ready to get after them, man.
This seems like the kind of lake, it's almost like a fishing buffet style. I mean, because we've got anglers from literally the 4 corners of the country that are here, and it doesn't really matter what your strength happens to be, this type of lake, it shows off its muscles and what it can do.
Absolutely. Grand Lake, it's a fisherman's lake.
Yeah.
You got the north end, which is the river, dirty water, shallow water tactics. So if you're a shallow water fisherman, a lot of southern guys fish shallow water, spinner baits, jigs, crankbaits, you know, square bills. Then you got mid to South Lake, and that's clear water. And you got the reaction fishermen, drop shotters, shaky heading, and guys like myself throwing the A-rigs in that clear water, just trying to mimic those bait fish and getting them to eat. I mean, it's here. It's anybody's game, but I'm looking forward to it, and I think I'm gonna smash them this morning.
You've had nothing but caffeine this morning, so I know you're excited.
Oh, yeah.
I know you got family here. This has been a long road to get here. What would it mean like to walk away champion?
I mean, this is every fisherman's dream on any level. You know, for a weekend angler like myself, I can't afford to fish a lot of these huge FLW tournaments, $4,000 buy-ins and what have you. So the TBF offers anglers like myself, a weekend warrior, an opportunity to compete against the best in the nation and advance to the mecca of bass fishing, which is the Forrest Wood Cup, if you win this tournament. And right now, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and I'm looking to wrap this thing up, man. It would mean the world to me. I mean, I would love to fish the tour. That's always been my dream, and I'm excited to try to get after it.
National champion Mark Daniels Jr. It sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, it sounds great. With the check.
That's it. You've already practiced.
Yeah, the check.
Best of luck to you, Mark, representing not only all of the West Coast, but all of the thousands of TBF anglers that are out there across the country.
Absolutely.
Best of luck today. A few hours away before we crown the next TBF National Champion. Who's going to do it? Starts right now.
We're gonna go run some pockets, fish around, try to catch us a good limit early. I may do a little gambling later on the day and try to find a big fish somewhere. And it's paid off so far for me every day. I've managed to catch a couple of real nice fish later in the day.
Final day, caliber, crankbait. I've weighed 5 out of my 10 fish on this week. This morning we're going to try to catch and limit up shallow. The last 2 days caught a couple of nice ones. Stay on, baby. Come on, get it. Hold on. Stay on, baby. Get it. Gotta love it. Final day, National Championship. That spot's been good all week. I call a good one every day off of it.
This point right here yesterday, I actually missed one coming in and fished my way to the back, turned around and came back, first cast caught it. So the fish never moved. He just didn't eat the bait the first time. He just hit at it. Just moved, one just hit it right there and didn't eat it. Dang it. Rats. Sorry, devil.
Grand Lake specialty, baby.
Number 1, first one in the morning, about the 5th cast. A good start.
Beautiful day to be on Grand Lake.
Oh my God. Did you see that one? It was 2 foot long, 6-pounder.
Why didn't he eat it? Worked yesterday, why wouldn't it work today? It's almost like I'm starting over every day.
Come on, sister. One big mama.
All right, back in the game. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
The fish are proving a bit tougher on this final day of competition at the 2013 TBF National Championship. 7 anglers and co-anglers have made it to their first spot here on Grand Lake, the first spot usually being the best spot. For Robbie Robinson of the Southern Division, that has been at the upper end of the lake, fishing the backs of pockets.
I think the guys pretty much spread out all over this lake. There's multiple patterns working right now. There is another big tournament going on today down lake, so I'm not gonna make that run today and get tangled up in that mess down there, because you end up dividing fish with the locals, and the local guys, they know where to go. They know right where to go and right where to throw it. I'm not gonna go down there and compete with that. I'm gonna stay up here on this end today and try to catch me a good bag and take my chances. Oh, he hit it when it come off of it. They're killing me, man. This is what they were doing yesterday. They'd hit it and not get on it. Spinnerbait was the same way. Why they gotta be so nerve-wracking?
While Robinson is avoiding the local tournament, Ed Gloffrin is finding success in using the locals as sort of a bird dog and letting them point out key banks that he can coax another fish or two from.
Be more like that and I might have a shot at it. There's a little channel that goes from, it drops from about 2 down to 4 feet right here. Coming up on it right now. The reason I went back here is because there was a pleasure fisherman that was out here and he was trolling. And it looked like he was trolling for white bass or something, but he actually stayed on this side of the cove. And I figured that he must know something, he's a local, so it looked like there might be a little deeper water here, and that fish came right off a little drop, and that's where I've been catching a lot of these fish this week. Right where I thought they'd be. It's another fish, probably around 3 pounds, 3 1/4.
My morning bite has been kind of slow on this end of the lake and it's dirtier water. I think these fish are waiting on the sun to get up, you know, warm the water a little bit. You'll see later in the morning a lot more activity from the shad. On the other end of the lake, that clear water, they actually bit early, and the later in the day it got, the slower the bite got.
You know, that's the one thing I found out about Oklahoma real quick. The only thing that's consistent is inconsistency here. The weather has not been the same 2 days straight. We had practice, high at 81, water temperatures were 65. Tournament started up, highest water temp I've seen since then is 53 degrees, and the low's been down to 49. Oh, there's one. So, I mean, it's constantly changing. Good one. I can't say that that's necessarily affecting the bite, but it's certainly not stable. Right where you are. Here we go. There we go, baby. Number 1. Go. Grand Lake specialty, baby. Numero 1 on the Crazy 8. So pretty. This bait has pretty much taken over the nation anywhere there's a large amount of bait fish. So I'm hoping that right there has me living the dream.
These umbrella rigs, they've really opened the door to a lot of new fishing. It's just showing the fish something they've never seen before. For one thing, you know, cost-wise, they're expensive. A lot of guys, they'll get them and they'll fish with them and lose them and say forget it, never try them again. But they hadn't caught enough fish on them yet. Let them catch a few 8-pounders on it. Throw it out there and have a 5-pounder and a 4-pounder on the same time. That'll change your mind.
Sometimes you can swing for the fences and go out there and say, you know, I'm going to go throw an Alabama rig the whole time and I'm going to live or die by it. You know, I came out here and did that for a day and a half and I never had a single bite. So obviously an Alabama rig isn't my strength, but you know, I'm going to keep on trying and learn it, because everything I don't know how to do or not willing to do is just one strike against me. It gives the competition a leg up. And so you got to be versatile, and as we all know, you can't just go out and once you catch them on one bait that's just how it is. Net, big one. So whoever masters that equation today is going to be living the dream. And even though something's working, doesn't mean there's not something that's working better. Thanks, buddy. That's what we keep grinding for, right there. Just loaded up on it. Felt like I was hung on a bush. If that's my small one today, we're gonna get her done.
That's a start. I'll take it.
Not the 5-pounder, but that was cool.
Good one, good. Oh, mighty. Wow, 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 wow.
Quick release.
You've got to be freaking kidding me. Knocked the dog out of it.
You ready? That's no good.
That ain't good. I got her in a boat just fine. She just went up the other side, dude.
Beautiful Grand Lake 4-pounder.
The competition is heating up here at the 2013 TBF National Championship, where no one can afford to miss a fish. Jason Hickey has started strong. The angler from Idaho has landed 4 fish already and is now leading, while Mark Daniels has only connected twice, falling to 4th.
Stranger things have happened, and 3 people up ahead of me. One guy is just ounces ahead of me. I now see 4 boats right here, where over the past several days I have seen none. So I guess that tournament, there are probably hundreds of people fishing right now, and because of that, other people's spots may get messed up. So I at least have put myself in the game. It would be great to win this tournament. Oddly enough, it would kind of cap off a 30-year career in tournament fishing for me. I started when I was 12 years old, and it would be definitely the pinnacle of my tournament fishing to this point.
Took a stab at the tour a few years ago, just didn't have the financial resources to be able to stick it out and keep going. You know, to have the TBF take the financial strain off of it, like they say, the living the dream package, it'd be a dream come true.
Financially, I can't afford to fish pro, so I just fish a lot of local things back home in California. So to win the national championship, you get to fish the tour, travel across the nation in a wrapped truck and boat. I mean, that's just life-changing. And so it would mean the world for me to win this tournament.
Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to fish for a living. What the TBF does is to give you this chance to follow your dreams. It's an unbelievable feeling, and I hope I can bring it home.
I just started a fishing club a couple years ago. Now I'm here and fishing on the last day of the TBF Championship. It feels pretty good. I'm definitely looking forward to fishing the BF All-American.
It's already a life-changing experience for me, going to the BFL All-American. I'm pretty stoked that I'm making it.
I really wanted to fish the tour for a long time. I fished Everstarts for several years, qualified, fished the Forest Wood Cup, and met a lot of really nice guys that I'd really like to get back and fish with. Financially, this will be the stepping stone for me to do that. I'm gonna throw the umbrella rig here. When I was idling out yesterday, I saw a couple fish come up, breaking the water right here. Hadn't thrown it right here yet, but I've got a couple places that are just like this that have caught big fish off of, so I'll give it a couple casts, see what happens. That's all it takes, one 8-pounder. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy, because that's a good one. Good God have mercy.
It's Robinson's co-angler, Chad Richardson, who connects with a 6-pounder, as Robbie is forced to play netman instead of the other way around. Dylan Hayes, co-angler Ben Wright, has also capitalized on his opportunities today.
Well, that's a job. I hope you win it, man. I hope you win.
Thank you, thank you.
The way I'm fishing, just not set up for a co-angler. I feel bad, but I know what it's like being a non-motor. Unfortunately, I also know what it's like to have to do what I need to do in order to try to win a tournament. And so, I got to hit some of these key spots, man.
I hate to do it to y'all, but I'm gonna have to run back to where I threw that A-rig just earlier. I had 2 bites right there. Maybe this time they'll eat it. There'll be 2 of them 6-pounders.
Robinson is nervous, ready to move again, getting a little more desperate for a big bite, while Mark Daniels is searching for the right type of bank for his presentation.
For it to be so steep, it's not that deep. I'm just fishing the depth range, so anywhere from like 2 foot down to like 15. But I really prefer the boat, no net, sitting in at least 16, 17 feet of water up to 30. Number 3, not a bad 3rd fish.
I've got 1 fish in the live well, and they're not biting today for some reason. And I'm thinking about making a run down the lake. It's a tough decision. That's a hard call. I could stay up here and not catch anything, but man, if I go down there and these fish up here start biting, that's the scary part. I got one, dude. Here we go, ready. Like that, there we go. No, we don't have to get him tangled up. Finally, a keeper. Number 2. All day, and I catch one. I'm not even gonna put a coil ring on him, just throw him in.
There's less than an hour left on the water, and the tables are about to turn. Find out who takes the lead when we come back. This is the TBF National Championship.
Bass Federation National Championship is brought to you by Chevy Silverado, the one you depend on, the one that lasts. Motor Guide, engineered for anglers. Plano, protect your passion. Off, keep bugs off. Mercury Marine, official engine of the FLW. And by Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate with the new HDS Gen 2 Touch by Lowrance.
Time to break out the secret juices.
Time is almost up for the men fishing for the TBF National Championship.
I ain't making no excuses for today other than the fact that I just hadn't caught anything.
Robbie Robinson gambled on the north end of the lake and has come up short so far today. Mark Daniels landed a fourth keeper that put him in the lead by ounces.
Well, once my partner gets another one, we'll both be able to weigh limits.
Ed Loughran is a 2-pound coal away from having a shot at the title.
That's a solid close to 3 pounders.
While Dylan Hayes is still looking for his limit fish and hoping it'll be a kicker.
Beautiful Grand Lake, 4-pounder.
Jason Hickey's seen lots of action today, boating over 16 pounds and sits just behind Daniels in the standings.
I got 30 minutes to catch 5 big ones, and I pulled up on this spot and had 2 bites, and my partner just caught one in just a few minutes. So, I don't know. It does not look good for Team Robbie at all, because I guarantee you some of those other guys caught some fish today.
Maybe some people that don't have a limit today, and we still got 10, 15 minutes, and we're in a good area.
You know, we got one more accomplishment left in this tournament, and that's to be the last man standing and beat everybody in the country. And I'll tell you what, today is about winning, which can be a couple casts away on this lake.
There she is. Get in there, you kid. Come on. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Get her. That ain't as big as I thought.
Man.
Hickey doesn't know it, but this 4-ounce cold nudges him into first place. While Ed Loughran is just 1.5 pounds away from Hickey as he keeps pounding the banks.
Net. Net. Thank you. That's going to help me a little bit, I believe, a few ounces. But I don't need to be calling in ounces at this point. I need to be calling in pounds.
All I know is I've caught 42 pounds in 2 days, and I can't get a bite now. God almighty. I don't know how they can do it. I don't get it. Had another one right there. Got another and missed that sucker. What am I doing wrong? Push the button and throw the rod at him when he hits it?
It just hasn't been the day Robinson was hoping for. Young Dylan Hayes is still searching for his 5th keeper, working around docks with an umbrella rig.
I was simply just trying to find something that wasn't a major creek that everybody didn't hit. Yeah, net, yeah, you might keep. Come. Golly, little ones, but maybe number 5. Yeah, number 5. Finally, 10 minutes left in the day, and I got a limit.
I should have just pulled over here and let my co-angler throw out there and catch him.
Need another big one.
A 5th fish for Daniels would give him the lead over Jason Hickey and a clear path to victory.
Plenty of them out here. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah. Nah, dude, just threw that thing up on the bank, slow rolling, and what I'm doing is right where you are. I'm trying to fish that break, thinking the females aren't all the way up on that bank just yet, so I'm slow rolling it off that drop, which for them gives them a great ambush point. Yes, Fergie. And she just come right up and got it. I mean, she hit it good too. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's a Grand Lake bass for you right there.
They've given their all today, and now it's time to find out who will be crowned champion and who will win the Living the Dream prize package with a shot at fishing professionally on the Walmart FLW Tour.
That's all she wrote.
It's time to find out who won the 2013 TBF National Championship here on Grand Lake.
I just think the fish that I fished for just decided not to bite today.
You know, worked hard and I was hoping for more, but you know, I'm sure we'll see where the chips fall, but I'm sure I fell short today.
I did end up with 5. May not have been the right 5, but nevertheless it was 5, and you know, I'm happy with that. I'm content with that.
The weigh-in gets underway at the John Q. Hammond Center, where the co-anglers are the first to take the stage.
Ben Wright from Peru, New York, put himself in contention for the Forrest Wood Cup. Our last angler in on the co-angler side, Greg Githy.
These two co-anglers, this is our crowning moment. He needs 14 pounds and 15 ounces. You've had that every day. He has today 7 pounds and 9 ounces. Your champion is Ben Wright.
Wow, I'm speechless. Thank you guys very much. The TBF is such a fantastic organization. So proud to be a partner in fishing with FLW. I mean, I'm at a loss for words right now, and for those of you that know me, that's rare.
Congratulations to Ben Wright, who will also fish as a co-angler down in Shreveport-Bossier City at the Forrest Wood Cup. Now it's time for our anglers to take the stage, and Grand Lake proved tough on the first 2 contenders.
2 today, worth 4 pounds and 15 ounces. Ben Otto, 2 bass, 2 good ones. 7 pounds even.
Sun shines on me and the good Lord looks down on me and lets me catch the right one.
Our next angler to the stage for the Northwest Division, he's been steady all week, Jason Hickey.
So here's the deal, Jason. You need 5 pounds and 1 ounce to take out Mark Daniels Jr., who's been stingy with the lead. 7th and 6th place has not been able to knock him off the hot seat. A limit today for Jason Hickey, worth 17 pounds and 12 ounces. Let's see your 2 best bass. You're the new leader, 55 pounds and 12 ounces of Grand Lake bass, puts himself in contention to win the TBF National title today.
Hickey jumps into the lead and now has to hang on as there are 4 more left to weigh in.
16 pounds and 4 ounces. That moves you to 2nd place. So not going to win this thing. Dylan Hayes, another guy who's going to the BFL All-American. Robbie Robinson has today 2 bass worth 5 pounds and 5 ounces.
This is it. We're going to get right down to it now. There is 1 angler left. He is our tournament leader. He knows how to catch a big bag of fish. Mark Daniels Jr. from Fairfield, California.
Grand Lake specialty, baby.
On day 1, he weighed in 18 pounds and 6 ounces. 24 pound, 10 ounce stringer yesterday. 43 pounds in 2 days. Mark Daniels Jr. facing Idaho's Jason Hickey, who sits on top of the leaderboard with 55 pounds and 12 ounces. So this is it. One of these 2 boaters will punch their ticket right now for the Forrest Wood Cup. Both have already qualified for the All-American and the Forrest Wood Cup. It's a pretty big deal. Plus, the Living the Dream package. It's a $100,000 package on the line. Here we go. Mark Daniels Jr. has 5 today, looking for 12-13 for the Forrest Wood Cup and the Living the Dream package. His limit today worth 19 pounds, 4 ounces. Your champion is Mark Daniels Jr.
I'd heard a great deal about you earlier today from your dad, and he told me you were a good one and were going to do good, and you did, and I want to congratulate you and present you with this check. It's a big one.
It is. You know, TBF offers opportunities such as this that you can't get anywhere else. I also want to thank FLW because I know they're a big partner with you guys. And then also, you know, that gives me an opportunity to fish the Forrest Wood Cup.
He'll get a cash check here today. He'll get fully paid entry fees into the FLW Tour as a Tour Pro next year, a wrapped Ranger boat to use all year long, a wrapped Chevrolet truck, as well as travel expense money. That's his $100,000 Living the Dream package. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2013 Federation National Champion Living the Dream Angler.
Mark Daniels takes the title by almost a 7-pound margin, capping an incredible week for this young man from California. He will represent the over 25,000 anglers who are part of the Bass Federation next year on the Walmart FLW Tour. Remember, FLW is the best in fishing on and off the water, so go to FLWOutdoors.com for expanded coverage and tips from our top pros. On behalf of all of us here at FLW, thanks for watching.